Hello. You've caught me enjoying a cup of tea. And it's probably far too late for a cup of tea. Um, Sorry, yeah, feeling a little goofy. Hi. Welcome to an impromptu solo stream on the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. I hope you're having a great night if it is night where you are. And if not, I hope you're having a great day. Yeah, not too sure what I will be chatting about. Probably uh kind of wanted to chat about this new Grand Seiko, right? Um, but yeah, we'll get to that. We got Joey and Tennessee Mike. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining me. Hey Wilson, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Um, but yeah, I wanted to chat a little bit about. Let me share my screen here. Sharing my screen if it works. There we go. Okay, the SPGX353. Thank you to Fratello for this this report. But I got an email from the GS9 Club, and I was pretty excited to see this. It's 34 millimeter watch, right? Perfect for me. And it's got this snowflake dial. It's got this classic Grand Seiko case, and I am pretty pumped about it. It even has a blued seconds hand. It's got a lot of what I like. I mean, 34 isn't ideal, but I'd go for it. um, so I'm pretty interested in this. I don't know. I don't believe it's a limited edition. Let me see. Okay, so 3,900 pounds. Euro, sorry. 3,900 euro. Available in December of 2022, so a couple months away. You know what? I would like to try this on. I've tried the previous the other SPGX models. I think it was the 347. Let me Google that real quick. SPGX 347. Yep, that's the one. The 347 and the 349. Oh, hey, look at that. This one right there. So I was pretty close. I mean, if Colin, if you see this later, you and I were together when I tried this SPGX 349. Um, and it looked pretty good. It was overpriced, I suppose. And I guess this Skyflake style 34 millimeter watch is kind of overpriced too, you know. But, hey, it's got an 18 millimeter strap, right? Do you know how many 18 millimeter straps that I have just sitting here? uh, Here, let me see. Okay. Got this beautiful green one, right? Cost me a pretty penny. I got this nice crocodile one here, brown crocodile. I got this. There's not actually shell cordovan, but it's imitation shell cordovan. I got that, and got this guy, which is actual shell cordovan. Got this guy, which is a Hirsch performance strap, rubber, and leather. Let's see. Look at, I mean, I'm just not using these straps, right? That's not an actual reason to buy a watch, but it's a positive. And I've got some really good spring bars too. So 18, 18 millimeters, good for me. Let's see what you guys are saying. AC Clayton, good to see you. Sam's here too. MG Chaz, how's it going? We're in the SBGP 015. Cool. Love that watch. I miss it. I miss it dearly. 34 millimeters is for dolls. Young children and engineer wannabes. So yeah. Hey Doran, good to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Steve, good to see you. Cool. Moonswatch. Which one did you get? Kind of behind on the times. Zen Master is wearing the Zen 103. Cool. Wait, what? Sam, you got a gray SMP? That's cool. Congrats, man. James, good to see you. Wilson's got the Sea of Clouds. Very cool. It's kind of late for that, isn't it? Zulu, Longines Zulu. And James is wearing the Chrono Tokyo Shiro. Cool. Great choice. Great choices on all of those. So, yeah, SPGX353 is probably close to the top of my list. I would not be happy to pay full list on that, though. So, if it's a reasonable price, like, what would I pay on this? Let me see what the Canadian price is on this. Bear with me just a moment. SPGX. 4,500 Canadian. Oh, I think more than that actually. So, that's a lot. That's a lot for that. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Yeah. Anyway, Justin, good to see you as well. I hope you're all doing well. Can you still get a Sea of Clouds? It's a nice blue dial. I don't think so. I don't want the Sea of Clouds though, because it's too close to my Grain Seiko Winter. So if I got rid of the Grain Seiko Winter, then probably I'd hunt for it a little bit more actively. But my Grain Seiko Winter is up there for me, so I probably wouldn't go Sea of Clouds. And I'm not specifically looking for a blue dial here. I'm kind of excited with the combination of stuff that they put together. So, I mean, ideally, this would be the 37 millimeter case with a 9F 84. I believe this one is not a 9F 84. Let me double check that. I think it's like the 9F 60 something, 9F 61. So it's like the really small 9F movement. But yeah, I do like this combination. James is saying there's a lot of redundancy in the GS catalog. There definitely is. Chances are, if there's a combination you want between case and dial and what else, movement, chances are it'll make its way through if it hasn't already. Sam saying, yep, forgot I had the Winter. Hey, Ken Spear, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. L Train, hope you're doing well. Glad to meet you. Yeah. So other than that, it was a little bit of chat I wanted to chat about. Other than that, I just did a review of the SPGW 285. I did that today. I've been meaning to for a while. I had everything set up, everything written out. So kind of wanted to get it done today. I was able to. Sorry that I missed out on a proper live stream last night. Kind of missed that. I didn't want to just go through another whole week without chatting with you guys, at least in the chat. I know I missed out with Torin and Keith and whoever else might have joined in, Bobby. But yeah, SPGW 285. I don't think it's going yet. It's not I call it a review of death, but it's not really the review of death in this case, unless if something crazy happens, and I just go for the Planet Ocean. I don't think it's the review of death, but we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. James says he has the SPGW 285 queued up for after this live stream. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, Hope you enjoy it. Ken Spear wearing the OP and PRX. Cool. Great combo. All right. So yeah, guys, anything you'd like to chat about? I'm drinking a tea here, which I shouldn't be at this hour, especially with tomorrow being a work day. Yeah, probably should put it down, shouldn't I? I was told that if you drink coffee or tea, or yeah, after 12 p.m., so midday or at noon, 25% of it is still kicking around your body at midnight. So that apparently reduces your quality of sleep and you feel less rested. So I've been trying to stop drinking caffeine at noon. It's kind of hard. Not because I'm addicted to caffeine. I can go without drinking it, but I really like the flavor of tea, and I really like the flavor of certain coffees. So it's really hard, especially if I'm working and I don't have time to drink a cup of coffee early in the morning. Yeah, it's kind of anyway. Sam is asking, did you get a holiday in Canada for Queen's Morning? There was some talk about a holiday, but there wasn't really one. I think that it was like a federal holiday or something. Yeah, but not for us peasants. Yeah. Although kind of sad. I mean, to me, the Queen is just another person. But condolences to the family who might be grieving. Who's definitely watching this live stream. Calbro IQG says didn't know there was a stream. That's all right. It was literally at 9:10 a.m. I decided to come on. Yeah, no real planned live stream. So James says I'm drinking coffee, but I'm planning to play hooky from work tomorrow. With a new booster. Yeah, I can't do that. They'd be in a bad spot. Ken says no coffee or tea after 1 p.m. Cool. There you go. That's it takes some commitment, especially like during the day when you're really craving it's like craving a dessert, I guess, and you really want something, and it only has caffeine, like even a Dr. Pepper, right? Sometimes I'm really feeling a Dr. Pepper, and it has some like 35 milligrams of caffeine in it, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, and I can't even have a Dr. Pepper when I feel like it. Oh, that sucks. It really sucks. Anyway, watch related is a watch channel, so watch related stuff. Let's see. Do I have any pressing issues with my watches? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, might be time to call it a night. I think I'll hang out for another 15 minutes or so. Yesterday I was feeling a bit off. I spent most of the day in bed. Work was a bit crazy for the last 3 days of the week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and yeah. Saturday I was kind of, what do you call it? Kind of zonked. So thankfully we didn't have any plans and I was able to stay in bed. Yes, sir. I am feeling better. But yeah, maybe it was just tiredness. I was just super low energy at the end of the day. Walter says, so Sanjay, tell us about your latest review you released today. Should we pay respects to that watch? You don't have to. I don't believe anything is going out the door. Yeah, I'm super happy with the watch. I really like that green shade, that shade of green. So I prefer to keep it in the collection. So I don't think it's going, but whenever I release a video, the temptation is the strongest right after the video comes out, and you're thinking, okay, this watch has been reviewed. I'm not obligated to keep it anymore. Not that I'm obligated anyway, but the temptation is high to change it into something else, you know? But once I get over that initial hump of temptation, then, you know, I become more comfortable with keeping it long term. Kind of like the Grand Seiko Winter. I can't even, I think I remember reviewed that about 3 or 4 months ago, and it's still with me. So that one is that one's going strong. And SPGY003 is still hanging in there as well. So three watches that I reviewed that are still with me, which is some record, right? Anyway, a crazy life that I live, life that we live, I suppose. I'm just gonna scroll through this live because I was doing that while I was chatting just now. Just looking, I'm just admiring this thing again. Because so the original Skyflake, which is the SPGA407, let me bring that up. I really wanted to love that watch. Joey, who's in the chat, had this as well, and if I'm not mistaken, Joey, I think he echoed the sentiments I had, or his sentiments would be primary because he actually owned the watch. But I echoed his sentiments, where this was just, the thickness was just front and center. It just felt super thick. I think it was just the case shape, because this has that vintage case shape. It just pronounced the thickness of this watch, and you know, some people might be okay with that, and that's great. But especially also because it's 40 millimeters, right? I'm not mistaken. Yep, 40 millimeters, 49 millimeters lug to lug. It just looks ridiculous on my wrist. Yeah. So, I mean, it was kind of a gut punch. I'm exaggerating, being dramatic here, but this one, you know, fixes all of that. It's small. It's, you know, Harris would love this. Theo would love this as well, right? And it's got that blue seconds hand. It's just, you know, the just for the dial and the wearing experience, the aesthetics. I don't mind that it's quartz. So yeah, I'm gawking at. I've been gawking at this since I got that email from the GS9 Club. So Sam also agreeing that the Skyflake is really thick, but it is beautiful. It is a beautiful watch. Gotta make sure the sentiment hierarchy is honored. Yeah. Easy Clayton had the Skyflake as well. Did not last long in my collection. Same issue. There you go. It's good to know. Scott's asking, when are you traveling to Japan and buying a GS? I don't know. I'm really attached to my family, and I have I'm blessed to not have to travel far. I'm blessed to have a family that I'm super attached to, and yeah, even thinking about going down to the States to meet up with a few guys, and you know, missing out on my family for a few days is hard to comprehend. I don't know. Maybe it's because my kids are young. When they get a bit older, it'll be easier, probably. But I I hope to one day. It would be cool to go to Japan and get a GS. Got to visit Sri Lanka again too. That's where I'm from. I want to take my kids there. So I don't know what the watch scene is like in Sri Lanka. That would be interesting. Sam asked, would you go to Japan and visit the Seiko Museum and also visit Grand Seiko Studios? Dream trip for me. Absolutely. That would be amazing. I would love to do that. There you go. Joey B had the Skyflake. Case was too dressy. For my taste, I like the Sea of Clouds a lot more. Makes sense. Matthew, good to see you. And thank you. Yes, I did get some rest. Scott says, seems like something I should do. Yeah. I'll be wearing the number one fan shirt with the foam finger. Like, yeah, let's go, Grand Seiko. MD Chaz is coming to GS9 Club event in New York, November. I had heard about that. New York is not that far away, so I don't know. That would be cool. That would be really cool to go to. DP saying great stream. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so, but I'm just hanging out, really. Should break into some dad jokes soon. But visiting Japan and getting Krator. That would be cool too. I know so little about Krator. I know that a lot of people think that they're super high end, but I've also heard there's a lot of attainable Krators. I don't know a whole lot about Krator though. You have a Krator, right, Matthew? And I know James has a Krator, so I should look into that. James asks, should I buy an Oris ProPilot X or save up for a 36.5 millimeter SPGW model? ProPilot X, that's huge, isn't it? Let's look into this. Am I thinking of the old one? ProPilot X. ProPilot X is this giant one, isn't it? The skeleton dial. Okay, no, okay. So ProPilot X caliber 400. Those are small, 39 mil. Okay, the other one is 44 mil. Oh man, you know me. You should get the SPGW model. You should get the Grand Seiko, easy. Yeah, Oris is cool, but they're very different watches. You should get both. But Grand Seiko first. That's my opinion, at least. That's what I would do. But James, what would you do? Get to hear what you think. What's drawing you to the ProPilot X, and what's drawing you to the SPGW? Oh, he says waiting for the SPGW to have more dial variants. Yeah, they've been rolling them out recently. So it's that blue one, the light blue one, the green one that I reviewed, SPGW 285. Light blue is the 283. A couple of other ones too in the, wasn't it 289, SPGW 289? Let me see. Yeah, okay. That's not the is this the one you're thinking of though, James? 44GS SPGW model? Because you know how I feel about these hands. I don't know. So close. So close. Grand Seiko, why do you do this? I was thinking about this today actually, because they released two other color variants of this small 44GS case, right? And I remember looking at this and thinking something's off. When this first came out, I couldn't quite place it. I was thinking, I mean, it's nice, but there's something weird about it. And now I know what it is. It's those hands. Yeah, that's what was off. The pink one, I think, because of the dial color, it masked it well enough. So when I saw this, I didn't quite catch on to the fact that the hands were different. This still, in a weird way, masks that dial. Maybe it's because the dial masks those hands. Maybe because the dial is textured and in the 291 and 93. I believe they're brushed, the sunray. So let me check the 93, the brown one. Yeah. So maybe because the dial is brushed here, I kind of immediately knew something was off. But with the 89, so I hope you guys can see my screen. This would be really embarrassing. Okay. 289. Yeah, this thing masked those hands. Yeah. Inferior hands, says James. They're not awful. I'm being dramatic again, but I wish they had those dolphin hands. Oh man, What a missed opportunity. Wow, Karan, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I appreciate the super chat, sir. Um, Matthew says he has the Cradle with the abalone dial. And yes, many are attainable. Yeah, there you go. Abalone dial would be so cool. Like, is it like black abalone? Oh, so cool. So cool. You have great taste, Matthew. Um, so James, yeah, if you're waiting for a dial variance on this specific case, um, SPGW model, then yeah, they'll eventually come out. He says, I just love the 44GS case at the smaller case size, but I like how different the Profile X is from anything else. It also has the jumpy caliber 400. Yeah. Yeah. ProPilot X is very different. And I think that is a positive for sure. It'll be interesting if the next generation of the ProPilot X with the caliber 400 has applied indices. I think that would take that watch to a new level. And I think that would probably still not be better than this watch. Mm, yeah. I'd still buy this over that. But I'd be tempted to have both. Cuz I was really close to getting the ProPilot X with the caliber 400. Um yeah. Indices, applied indices on the dial would take it to a new and amazing level. Let me hold that watch up again. Yeah. So yeah, this is like another instance where it's just so close, so close for me at least personally. Um, applied indices would be so nice. It's a nice watch regardless. Um, Scott says, I could never buy an Oris over Grand Seiko. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying too. Um, quality control is not the greatest, says Scott. I don't know. I don't. I don't think I've had any quality control QC issues with Oris. Yeah. That whole caliber 400 thing that happened with me and Oris, it's almost kind of embarrassing now that because I'm seeing more and more watches that do that jump. But the Oris caliber 400 was the first time I saw that jump happen firsthand. Um, and so yeah, because so now that I've kind of experienced that in more watches, it's kind of embarrassing to see or to remember how shocked I was that that hour hand jumped, or sorry, the minute hand jumped when I was trying to set the time. That said, though, it's not ideal, and I can totally see why everyone at Oris was like, huh, "This is normal, right?" um, but yeah, more communication would have been great, which they do now with the little leaflet that comes with Caliber 400 watches. Um, they specifically tell you to overshoot and then roll back to set the time. Um, so yeah, little embarrassing, but not at the same time. Um, James saying Oris's response was unreasonably apathetic. Yeah. Uh, well, no. The CEO responded pretty well. I think the apathetic response was with the power reserve issue I had with that watch. So I think that was a significant issue that I did have. Um, the power reserve didn't hit the 5-day mark. And it was actually either holding its level at around 2.5 days, or slowly depleting on my wrist until it hit 2.5 days. This is all a theory, by the way. Um, and my theory is that the rotor was not heavy enough to wind the spring. So yeah, even though I was super active, even though I am super active, it was not winding up the watch back then. I don't know what things are like right now. This was about 2 years ago. Um, so yeah, my theory was that it was holding a charge at 2.5 days, and so when I put the watch down, expecting it to be 5 days fully charged, it was not actually. So you had to manually wind it fully, and then I have a feeling it would be depleting on your wrist regardless, but all a theory in the end anyway. So the power reserve thing I think was more of a apathetic response, but the jump of the minute hand I think was a good response because you know the CEO of North America actually reached out to me, who am I to be reached out to. um yeah, just an Oris fan. Let's see. And James says to me they were defaulting to user error excuse. Yeah, yeah. It could have been better. It could have been better, but it wasn't awful. Could have been better. So yeah, guys, I think I will call it a night. Um, yeah, got an early start tomorrow, and like to get an early start to bed. I hope you all had a great weekend. I'm glad I got to talk a little bit with you, like Wilson, James, um, Joey, and Clayton, and Matthew, and the like. I really should stop naming people because then I feel like I miss out. I do miss out on people. Karen as well. Um, yeah, it would have sucked to not go a whole week without chatting with at least a few of you. Um, I hope you all have a great week ahead. I'm looking forward to chatting with you all again next Saturday, and hope you enjoy that review of the Grand Seiko that I just put out. Check out our friends' channels if you haven't recently. Um, Torin and Amin and Bobby and everyone. Um, yeah, take care. Stay safe out there. You are infinitely valuable. I do mean that. And I hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.